they're coming to tell you something really personal about themselves. And for a lot of it, when it comes to money guidance, you may be the first person they've spoken to about it, because maybe they don't feel comfortable speaking to a partner or their family. So it's really important that you've created this safe environment and you're approachable.
Showing and knowing how to use your empathy is really important, because when we work with customers who are, let's say, fleeing domestic violence, who have been homeless maybe, they have all sorts of emotions, lots of issues people facing, and probably, you're there to guide them, you're not there to tell them what to do, you're just to help them make the right choices.
You need to be able to get alongside the person and build up a rapport with them and allow them to be themselves and to be honest and open.
The qualities can affect it quite a lot, because if you come across quite negative, or you could be biased against something, or they've said something and you reacted to it in a different way, it can close that conversation down straight away. And it might be just something little like you go, oh, well, I wouldn't have done that. Those words are not helpful because at the end of the day, this is not about what I would do. This is about how they're going to manage it going forward.
So it's absolutely essential for them to trust you, and being able to have impartiality, diplomacy, self-awareness and that sort of thing is absolutely essential to build that trust and open the dialogue.
I think flexibility is important because, it could be any time of the day they have a question, something comes up, and I need to be quite available for them.
The most important thing is being able to listen with patience and without having any opinion yourself, being completely impartial. So just listen to what somebody's problem is and then communicate effectively how you're going to help them deal with that problem.
To help a customer make an informed decision and not feel that, we've actually recommended for them to do a certain or to take a certain action, or for them to actually take a product or go for a provider. Hence why being impartial is really, really important in this role, because we don't provide any regulated advice, and this is just guidance.
Many advisors may know sometimes you can only have a short period of time to actually speak to a person. Appointment may be half an hour. And with this student, it took more than one appointment. We actually ended up doing about 6 or 8. And the feedback that I got after it was that she said that I was non-judgmental, that not at any point did she feel that she'd done something wrong. And the fact that she felt that the guidance was always easy, it was in small parts, it was something that based on well-being that she was able to manage and carry out at the time.
So being diplomatic is really important when you deliver money guidance. So in particular, for example, in our field of social housing, often we come across residents that have had not a great experience with some of our colleagues. So not taking sides is really important. And it's often by working together collaboratively with other colleagues, we manage to solve our residents' problems.
With coronavirus, when customers are coming through to us, it's not just, I've lost my job, and it ends there. There's quite a lot of things that do come with that, and being flexible in terms of how you actually deliver your money guidance, being able to actually look at the money guidance landscape and see how best to support these customers in this ever-changing world is really important.